right, welcome everybody. We're so excited you're joining us today. I'm Shiloh Spoo with GlasWeld, Bradley with Glass Monkey. Thanks for joining us, man.
My pleasure, man.
Man, it's awesome to have you on here. For those of you who don't know Bradley, he competed in the Auto Glass Olympics this year for the second time and came in second, so the silver medalist in the Auto Glass Olympics in year number 2, which is an amazing feat, one of the finalists. So we're just stoked to have you, man, and to have you share some of your thoughts and insights on the competition, on business, on glass repair, and all kinds of stuff.
That's fine. I'm an open book. I'm ready. I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to just get to know you guys better and let the audience know me better. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Stoked.
Yeah, I appreciate you taking some time this evening. Well, we think of this series of videos will be helpful to technicians around the world to hear your experiences, Brad, and kind of learn from the things you've learned. You have lots of knowledge and lots of information to share. One of the things I've appreciated about you, having met you in person now a couple times, is just how open you are and your willingness to share your thoughts and insights on business and on all kinds of other things with other people. So thank you for being willing to do that. First off, you ready to jump into it?
Yeah, let's go. Let's get it.
All right. Well, thanks, man, for joining us. First off, tell us your business name and where you're from.
It's Glass Monkey Chip Repair is my business name, and it's headquartered in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. But it's more like 30 minutes southeast of Nashville. Like it's in between Nashville and almost Chattanooga. It's kind of nice. Not quite halfway, but
I love Tennessee. And I love Nashville.
It's great. So there's a lot of work to be done. The climate in Tennessee is very humid, and it's very dry in the winters. And there's a lot of brine that they use. They use brine solution, and the salinity in that. It really is hard on the roads, so we stay busy.
Well, I want to give you a big congratulations, a big shout out for for competing 2 years in a row at the Auto Glass Week competition, but in your second year, and there are not many people that I know that have accomplished this, that in your second year, not only making the final, but also coming in as the silver medalist, as the runner-up, which is just a huge accomplishment in your second year. So big congratulations, man. That's a huge deal.
I really appreciate that. It's a big task, especially considering the pool that was there. And when the scores came out later, I want to shout out to the other competitors because, man, Shiloh, it was close.
Yeah.
2 points between me and gold. Mauricio Hernandez, he's the champ. Love that guy.
Yeah.
And he's the first one from a Latin American country, right? I believe.
Yeah.
Huge. Well, it cannot happen to a better guy. I'm over the moon for him. And then between second and third was 1 point.
Wow.
And then from third and fourth was a tie. And in that case, whoever finished first gets the upper medal.
Yeah.
So Raul and TJ both got the same amount of points, 241.
Yeah.
And so that's why, like, if you just get to the finals, you've done something.
Oh, for sure.
And that was my goal this year. But I was very blessed to be able to play, so I'm very thankful.
Such a huge accomplishment. Has it made a difference in your business yet? Have you been able to kind of talk?
It has because I love to do repairs with the customers. It lets me practice all the time. That's why when I'm at the competition, I don't mind the proctor being there because I've had way tougher customers than just someone who was hired to do a job.
Yeah.
I've had customers that they're not happy about me being there, and they're not happy about them having to pay me in a minute. But they still hang out and talk to me, and they learn things, and it lets me just practice my routine, So I love doing it.
Was there a turning point in your career? And because you kind of alluded to this, I think it sounded like maybe there was some changes you had to make personally or otherwise. And I appreciate you sharing that because, whatever those things are, I'm sure they're pretty relatable. Like all of us have realized that we need to make adjustments or that we need to change some things about the way we're doing things. So if there was a turning point for you, what was it? And, how did that kind of happen for you?
It was the dissolution of my partnership. I started my business as a partnership, which it was with my best friend. And I don't, it got I don't know, it got awkward, and I'm not sure why. I still don't know why,
Hmm.
but we still talk to this day, and we still are
Right.
friends. And but anyway, so that was the turning point. It was we went our separate ways, and so it was Benzalot windshield repair at that time.
Hmm.
You can't do a lot of marketing with Benzalot at all. Nobody knows what a Benzalot is, and I definitely don't know. So if I don't know what it is, how am I going to convince my customers to know what it is and trust it?
Right. Right.
So Glass Monkey was born out of that turning point, and with that, I wanted a complete reinvention of my brand, the way I handled it, and then also the tools that I would use. And I've come up with this term. I want to be the first in sales opportunity. When people think of if they see something that needs to happen and it's in my sphere of like influence to be able to handle it, I want them to think of me first.
Right.
And I want to completely reimagine a customer experience
Mm.
for my clients, completely reimagine it. Do things that they have never seen, even if it includes, if I feel like it, give a free chip repair in the moment when I was planning on charging them. We can do that. We can make a difference like that. Like the cost of a chip repair, if we get real with it, it's not a lot that goes into it. It's mostly skill.
Hmm.
So I have like, if in the course of a conversation, if I find out that this person just had like a death of a spouse or something, I will absolutely just pull out of the driveway. I'll give them a hug and pull out of the driveway.
Wow.
That's the kind of things that I will do just randomly. I'm not looking for anything out of it, but if I can just touch one person, I don't even care if they go and tell 100 people. I'm not doing it for that. Like I want to reimagine a customer service experience on a corporate level for someone. I feel like there's not enough of that that goes along
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
Okay, Bradley. So one of the other questions I wanted to ask you was, as a new technician, especially for some of our new techs out there, they're probably hitting certain points where they're struggling with certain things, and they're going to have to overcome certain challenges, either with their business or with being a repair tech in general. So, what were some of the things that you had to overcome, and what would you suggest to technicians who might be struggling right now?
Okay. And it is a slow season. Number one, currently, if you're watching this right now, the fall time, just around Thanksgiving and just before the holidays start,
Mhm.
is generally a slow time for the industry. So it's nothing that is going to last forever. So there's that. When everybody starts coming back from the holidays, you better be ready because they're going to be getting chips and things. So that's the first thing. Don't give in to your internal dialogue that might be thinking that, you know, that you made a mistake. Don't penalize yourself for wanting to learn something new in the first place. That counts as growth, and all growth for improvement should be commended and is to be commended. And the second thing is never waste a rainy day. Used to, the mistake I fell into was I would wake up and I would see it raining, just coming down. I'm like, well, there goes that day. No, no, you can't do that. You need to get up and put some nice clothes on. I mean, starch them up. I want you to not even be able to move. There's so much starch. I want you to walk out the door like this. Well, I'm going to get some business. Go to used car lots, buy here, pay here lots, insurance agents, anybody. I don't care. Don't make excuses either. Get out there and get it done. I mean, I'm about to go David Goggins. Like, who's going to carry the boats? Okay, so and what you do with these car lots and the insurance agents on a rainy day is they maybe not insurance agents, but the car lots will have a covered space. Say, hey, you got any on your lot that you've been looking at, thinking you're going to have to replace or something, or wanted to get somebody to look at? I'm here to give you a free demo. You're going to have to give some demos.
Yep.
That's how you remember the funnel. That's how you get them to know about you and like you and trust you. All you get three big steps right there.
Yep.
You go and you give a free demo.
Mm-hmm.
Have faith in your ability. I have botched a free demo. Let me tell you one story real quick. So during a free demo, it was on a Volvo. A dealer agreed to let me work on it. It was a combo chip, and I started injecting, and it ran on me a little bit. And so I decided to drill it and chase it.
Mhm.
And I didn't really have the skills to do that. Today is a different story. I could handle that. It probably wouldn't run in the first place, but it did back then. And so he was like, "How often does that happen?" And I was like, "Oh, not much. I mean, that was just but he didn't buy it. He was like, he was basically saying, if I get you, you're probably going to make it do that on everyone. So no, you're not going to get my business. And that's okay. I got other car dealerships business. Give them a free demo, do your best. And most chances are they haven't seen a completed repair done with GlasWeld resin, first of all. GlasWeld resin, the first thing I bought from GlasWeld was the resin, and then I bought the tools. I came for the resin. I had a rash of failures. I had like 10 or 15. I didn't change my method from my previous provider. Let me make that clear. From my previous vendor for resin, I had like 10 or 15 fail. Like that's an insane amount. When you have a lifetime money back guarantee, that's a lot of refunds that you're writing all of a sudden. So I was like, you know what? I Googled best windshield repair resin, and GlasWeld came in. So anyway, so I came to have faith in the resin because the resin will do the work for you. All you have to do is just follow the process, and you will nail the free demos. So that takes care of the rainy days. Network, um, do anything you can to just not waste the day. Go outside and don't come home until you put in a full day's work. If you have a lettered van or a car, go sit in a parking lot somewhere or at the shopping mall. People approach me all the time. Well, usually when I'm doing a repair, and they'll want me to look at one. They'll drag me right across, and I'm like, okay, that's why I have 9 tools.
For those that are getting started, like if you could do it all over again, how important in your mind is training and certification?
It's the world. I don't think anybody should do anything um, if they're not willing to put in the intellectual investment, the why behind the what that they're going to be doing.
Mhm.
You can train, you can do muscle memory, you can train your hands to do a thing. But then you bring the power of your own personal creativity into your job when you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
When you take the time to invest and read, seek certification, even if you just watch YouTube videos, if you watch different training videos of different techniques that Shiloh has put up, and there's some new content in the certification gate, right? If you watch those, that will help you understand why a certain technique works. And it might even let you coach someone else on a brand new technique or something that you've unlocked yourself that you can make your very own and give you an edge in a competition. The judges are listening for these things. I hate to take it back to there because not everything's about competition, but I mean, it could mean the difference between you getting a point or two if you can explain a method that a judge is impressed by. And that is only done when you understand what you're doing.
Anything else that you would want to share, just as kind of like a final recap on technical, business, or just other advice in general?
Yeah. Just I'm so happy to be part of, and I'll just make this my closing. You asked me earlier the turning point
Yeah.
for me. The only real turning point, because it was just a series of hurdles until this real actual turning point. Like the rebranding was one, but this turning point is when I found the GlasWeld community, not just the products, because that you got champions in here. You've got old techs, you've got new techs, you've got young minds that are starting their own businesses, but it's the community was my turning point. So being part of Auto Glass Week, getting certified, learning the methods that are in certification, like the flexing techniques, things like that. It's brought me to a whole new level of my game, and it's brought me to a whole new level of being able to communicate with my clients and with all of you, like my own fellow community. So the Glasswell tribe it's second to none, and I just want us to, I want to see the tribe really get on that level. I know we can, and I'm just honored to be a member of it, and I appreciate GlassWeld's. If you want to compete with GlassWeld, I don't know how many spots, but the competitor packet this year was just amazing. the support you get. We compete against each other, but we're not. You compete against your personal best. You're going in there competing against what you've done in the past. You're competing against like what you know and what you've learned from year to year. Your growth is on stage, not you. And GlasWeld makes that as easy as it possibly can be, but it's still going to be hard.
Yeah. Totally, Bradley. Thank you so much for taking so much time late into the evening for you there. We really appreciate it. If anyone has any further questions, call, chat in. We're happy to help. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, social media. Stay in the loop. We got all kinds of stuff coming all the time. New stuff coming just in the next couple months. Bradley got to see some stuff in the works that we won't talk about, but there's always stuff going. So stay in the loop there, and we'll keep you up to date on latest products, latest techniques, interviews like this, ideas for your business, marketing tips and ideas, resources that will help you to be successful. Bradley, thank you again for joining us. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thanks, Shiloh.
All right. Take care, man.
All right. You too, man.